Welcome back to the lunch table, food for thought. I'm Nico Blitz. Make sure you hit that subscribe button just right down there. We're also on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, YouTube if you want to see my face, man. My next guest, hailing from Los Angeles, man. He goes by the name of Steven G. What's poppin', man?
Sir, what's up, man? What it do?
Hey, man.
Building, man.
All I'm saying, man, I got the exclusive on ShowGreat3, and I was like, yo, this album's full of slaps, bro.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. It's a whole different feel, man. Like, every song I did, you know what I'm saying? We try to do, like, you know, different genres for everything. So,
yeah.
You know, we try to be
well, that's
different.
what I was saying. Like, I think on a couple songs you were going, like, hella hard. Other songs you had, like, a little bit more melodies on them.
Yeah.
You know, I don't remember the songs, like, right off the bat, but then I just remember going through the whole thing, like, okay, cool. You kind of get, like, a different taste of what Steven G has to offer.
Right, correct. You know, a lot of people are always saying, like, oh, yeah, well, you know, he only does R&B or he doesn't rap that much, this and that. So, you know, this time, you know, my crew brought me out. I was like, yeah, you got to rap, bro.
I mean, what'd you start off doing? Were you starting, like, rapping, singing?
I started off rapping, and then, you know what I'm saying, like, but I've always been into R&B more, you know what I'm saying? So, I started off rapping, but then I really got into the R&B side once I started, you know, singing and stuff, so.
Who's, like, your favorite R&B artist, man?
That's always
a hard-ass question.
I can't say, like, a favorite, you know what I'm saying, because it's a couple. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, my niggas like Usher, The Dream, of course.
Ooh, The Dream.
The Dream, he's dope.
He's amazing, dude.
Yeah, The Dream is dope, bro. Like,
Dude,
I like him a lot.
People don't realize The Dream is responsible for writing songs for, like Mariah Carey and hella other people, man.
His whole scheme on how he does it, everything. Like, if you really listen to his music, you'll understand. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever seen The Dream live?
No.
Dude.
Never.
I saw The Dream live in Oakland a couple years ago.
It was dope.
Bro.
Wow.
How many times do you go to a concert and you know every single word to a song?
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying, like, he makes it to the point where it's like I feel like R&B, I feel like R&B is like a game. Like, music is like a game. You know what I'm saying? When you make your melodies, people follow it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you do too many words, sometimes, like, people don't really learn it.
Yeah.
But when you learn how to space your songs out, stuff like that, like, it's like a I don't know how to explain it.
You know what? No, you bring up a really good point, because let's say we have people like Eminem or Logic, right? Who can fit so many words into a bar. Mm-hmm. You can't remember it as thoroughly as
unless
someone
you
who's just like
really studying it. You know what I'm saying?
Unless that's
like,
the only motherfucker you listen to.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but other than that, if you space out your songs, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are the ones that be hits.
Yeah.
Like, those are the ones. Yeah, for sure.
Course. Yeah. I mean, going back to ShowGreat3, man, like, I think you were able to have a couple, like, melodies that people can really grasp onto.
Correct.
And, you know, I think you spaced out your music pretty well to the point where you have a different audience grabbing each and every one of your songs.
Right.
So let's get to know you a little bit more, man, Steven G.
Let's get it.
So what's up? You're from L.A., right?
Yeah, I'm from L.A.
Born and raised?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Born and raised, 25. You know what I'm saying? We got a whole crew, ShowGreat3 squad. Nino, Rose, Day, Gene.
Yeah.
Fly D, Uno, too. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, we all been working. I've been doing music for, like, let me say, since, like, 2016. Like,
really recent?
Yeah.
And you're 25 right now?
Mm-hmm.
So what was with the, I don't want to call it a delay, but then why start, like, when you're 22 years old?
I mean, I was never really into doing my own music. You know what I'm saying? Then one of my partners, Nino, I used to work with him in Culver City. And
doing what?
At Sprouts.
As
matter of fact, we used to work in Culver City at Sprouts, bro, making sandwiches, and he was making cookies.
Hey, do you want a bag with that? Yeah, extra 10 cents.
Sure.
There you go.
It's crazy, bro. Because then, you know what I'm saying, at that time, I just had graduated high school. Mm-hmm. I was like 19, I think. And then, you know what I'm saying, he was rapping at the time. And, you know what I'm saying, he used to, like, when he used to be making his cookies and packaging it up, he used to be rapping while he was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'd be rapping. He'd just be freestyling while he doing it.
You want to spit? You want to spit something really quick, bro?
Yeah, he'll spit.
That's tight.
But he used to, like, be packaging up whatever, and he'd be freestyling. And I used to turn around like, damn, like, that's tight. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he used to be like, come to the studio, bro. And he'd be like, I got my own studio, this, and that. I used to be like, nah, bro, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then later on down the line, like 2-3 years down the line, he ended up, like, sending me a random text message, like, 'cause we had, like, lost contact for a little bit. And it was like a SoundCloud to his link to a SoundCloud with like a new song. And I had just recorded something, And I had just sent him something back, and he called me like, bro, what is that?
We
know what I'm
need
saying?
you,
Like,
bro.
We need you. He was like, come to the studio. You know what I'm saying? Because at that time, I was recording in the garage. And then he was like, come to the studio. And I went to my first real studio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was a wrap from there, bro. Like, once I, like, heard myself, like, I was like, okay, yeah, I think I'm going to do this.
So was that, like, the first time you laid down a verse ever?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. My first one, bro. I can't even remember what the song was named, but it was like some random. It was just a verse, I think. That was it. It was just, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah. He was like, come on, bro.
And it was just, like, good matrimony from there.
Yeah. And then I met Rose and everybody else, like, that same day at the studio. Like, when I went, he brought me to the real one. I met, like, my whole crew. Like, I really met them that same day.
But you weren't, like, you weren't even, like, musically inclined when you were younger or anything? Like, what were you doing when you were younger?
Like, I wouldn't say I was, you know what I'm saying? But, like I said, like, I've always been in the R&B. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been musically, like, I love music, but I just never thought of myself doing it.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. Oh, you got a tattoo? Yeah. I mean, you got plenty of tattoos, bro.
Because when I was, like, 16, I had got this tattoo right here. It's an angel. I told a dude, I was like, I didn't know what to put right here. So I told him, like, I'm like, make me an angel. And I was like, and if this is supposed to be like I think this is supposed to be like a basketball, but he ended up putting like the world, and he put the music notes singing to the world, like, and it's crazy. Like, I end up doing.
Was that just accidentally?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and it's crazy. Like,
wow.
And I never even noticed that until like a year ago, until he brought it up. Was like, let me see your arm. And I was looking. I was like, damn. I didn't even notice I had this. I was really.
It's
young.
like, what's the significance of that tattoo? Like, man, it was an accident, to be honest.
Right. For real. It really was, bro. It really was, man.
Dude, that's tight. So now that we're on the topic of your tattoos, man, what else you got over? You're pretty strapped up right now with the tats,
I ain't
man.
really got nothing like that, bro. I got my daughter's face and stuff, you know.
Oh, okay.
This is some stuff when I was young. So I ain't really nothing,
But damn, your daughter's face. How old's your daughter now?
She's 3.
3 years old, man.
Yeah, baby,
what's it like for you to be a father, man? That in your because see. Here's the thing. I have a whole bunch of homies back in the Bay Area who, like, their fathers, mothers, what have you, and I just can't imagine being a father, like, in my mid-20s. So what's that like for you, man?
Bro, that shit just happens. I don't think nobody ever prepared to be that. You know what I'm saying? Just when it happens, you just...
Shit.
It's just like a go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, it felt good, though.
You're just one pump too selfish, man.
Right?
No, but that's cool. Like... So your daughter, 3 years old, man. Like, what have been like what's like the goods and the bads that come with like being a daughter or being a father?
Like with her?
Yeah,
she's annoying. She's annoying, but I mean, it gives you something to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Like not just saying that only because I have a daughter is that the reason why I'm trying to. You know what I'm saying? But that gives me like an extra. She put the cherry on top, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she's like my mini me. She looks exactly like it. So, you know what I'm saying? So
That's
it
tight,
makes
man.
me want to go harder.
Does your daughter listen to your music?
Oh yeah.
Does she know the words?
Yes, bro. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. When we get in the car, she be, Daddy, you play Bend the Rules. Daddy, play this. Like, she know everything. She Baby ShowGreat, man.
Oh, that's
she
tight, man.
Yeah,
Baby ShowGreat?
Baby
Okay,
ShowGreat.
cool,
Yeah,
cool.
Everybody know her, Baby ShowGreat.
Shit, maybe one day she'll end up like producing your records.
Right,
Or you can even like sample like her voice, dude.
That'd be dope. That'd be real dope.
Yeah,
she
man.
did a couple tags before, like with the ShowGreat.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you use it?
No, I've used. I think I've been like on one song. Yeah.
Yeah. That's tight though, man. I mean, okay, so then what's like the goods that come with like being a father? Like, does it like put your mind straight to a certain degree?
Yeah. Well, of course, you know what I'm saying, because you want to set a good example. You know what I'm saying. So, you know, you always want to do something to have them look up to. So, you know, this is part of the good. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I done been through a lot. So, and then, you know, wow, like between 2016 till now, you know what I'm saying, to a point where like I done been through some things that made me go harder, and like it's a good that come out of it. It was bad and good, you know what I'm saying? So
no, now that you're mentioning it, so you started like officially rapping in 2016, and your daughter's 3 years old. So in a sense, you kind of like start a new life with your daughter the same way you're starting your music too. Right.
Like I started 2016, and then I felt like I was like playing with it for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was doing it. I really only wanted to do it because they was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, I was playing with it. And then, you know what I'm saying, 2017, you know, that happened. And then it didn't, like, you know, I couldn't work and stuff no more and all that. So then I ended up like really was like, okay, I gotta do this. Like I gotta go hard on this. Like this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do music.
Yeah.
And I went hard.
Said, man, fuck Sprouts.
Yeah, fuck Sprouts.
Fuck
bro.
Sprouts, dog. We going hard with this
sandwiches
music
is bomb,
shit.
though, bro. Like I ain't gonna even lie. I still go there to this day. Still go get a sandwich.
The same Sprouts though.
Bro, same
You know what I'm
Sprouts.
saying?
Whatever Sprouts. I don't give a damn where we at. If it's a Sprouts nigga, we going. For sure.
Shit. So what was it like for you, like growing up in like high school? That's always an interesting time in people's lives.
I mean, well, I went to like a couple different high schools. So I mean, but the best high school I went to was Santa Monica. I went to Santa
Monica.
Yeah, I ended up going to Samo High, bro. Like my junior year, and then I got kicked out, and then I ended up going to continuation school. But
shit,
I went there for a year, so it was cool.
But you're like in LA, right? Like,
yeah.
How do you go all the way from LA to Santa Monica?
Well,
because people don't realize how far that actually is.
No, right? So you know what I'm saying? My dad used to live in Santa Monica. So for the summertime, sometimes I used to go out there, you know what I'm saying, with like my stepmom and stuff like that. So, you know, my grandma wanted me, she didn't want me where I was at. She said I was doing too much, so she was like, I'm just gonna send you out there, go out there for a minute. So I just went. But it was cool though. It was different. You know what I'm saying? I was by the beach and all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, it's a whole different
life.
It's
a whole different life.
That's like the side of California everybody wants to be at.
Yeah, especially like school food and shit too. Like the LAUSD food, bullshit.
Shit.
Over there it was like hot wings, and curly fries, and some more shit. Like I was about a promenade. It was different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was real different.
Okay, let me ask you this. I don't think I've ever asked anybody this, but considering you went to like several different high schools, right? Did you ever go to prom?
No. Nope.
Okay.
I didn't even want to go to prom, bro. I couldn't go. I mean, I didn't even go to prom either because I went to continuation school and shit. Yeah. So it was like, but I wasn't gonna go nowhere. To be honest.
Did you ever? I mean, even going to like continuation school and going to like different, just different schools throughout your high school career. Like, did you ever think about doing something that, like, career wise? Because you weren't even thinking of rap at that point.
No, I wasn't. So
damn.
Let me tell you. All right, so this.
Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Let me just sip my coffee for this shit.
So I end up getting fired from Sprouts. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up getting fired from Sprouts, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then Nino again was like, you put in an application for Cedar Sinai.
Okay.
For Cedar Sinai, the hospital.
Okay.
So, I ended up doing that, you know what I'm saying? Because he had got in. He was in there. It took me like 6 months after that to get in there. But I got in there, and then I had my daughter, whatever at the time. And you know what I'm saying? LA was like too high. Like I was just starting like with a job, you know what I'm saying? So, I was trying to move into my own place and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I ended up moving out for like a couple months to like Moreno Valley. So like a couple months Moreno Valley, and then October, me and my daughter's birthday is October 26th. On the same day. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So
blessings.
October 1st. You know what I'm saying? Once I had got the job, it was too far to commute, and we had just went out there. You know what I'm saying? But then as I got the job, it was too far to be going, like, back and forth, like, from Moreno Valley to L.A. to the hospital. And then I had to wake up early because I had a morning shift. So then I ended up moving back. You know what I'm saying? I moved back October 1st, moved out. And then October 29th, I had got my first performance, bro. My first performance I was ever going to do. October 29th, and I ended up getting shot up, bro. No cap. I got shot 5 times, bro.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So, after that, you know what I'm saying, I had to
Was it accidental? Did you just catch some straight?
Yeah, so what happened was, like, where we was at was, like, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't, like, the best area.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then it was about to be my time to perform, and then I went to go look for Nino and them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had went to go grab something or whatever, like in a car or whatever the case is. And I went to go look for them. And as I'm looking for them, you know what I'm saying? Like, I pull over the gate, and I, like, look out, and I'm, like, looking down the street, but I don't see them. So as I'm going back in the gate, I see some niggas coming up. You know what I'm saying? I see some niggas coming up. But I'm thinking they coming in a party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was, like, talking, like, having a conversation, and then, like, I just, like, someone told me, like, turn around. Like, when I turn around, I just, and it was a wrap.
You already knew.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, I already knew what time it was, like, at that point. You know what I'm saying? I'm just surprised I'm still here, nigga, like.
Yeah, man.
You know? So,
I mean,
after that, yeah, 5 times, bro. So, after that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was in the hospital and all that. I couldn't walk and all that, because it was all leg shots, too. You know what I'm saying? So, I couldn't walk for a while and all that shit. So, and then after that, it was like a couple months, maybe like 6-7 months. And then, I was doing like the little therapy and shit. And then after that, it was a wrap. That's why I was like, I'm going to go hard.
That's some fucked up shit, dude.
Yeah.
The fact that they shot you in your legs, like, I mean, at least to me, it kind of makes me think they wanted you to remember that shit. You know what I mean?
I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was, whatever it was like my auntie would say, like, till this day, she would like, that happened. And it wasn't, that's like, it's not a good thing, but it's not a, you know what I'm trying to say? It's not as bad in a sense. Yeah. Like, it's like, it made me like, wake up. Like,
do you like, after that moment, it sounds like you got like a better appreciation for life.
Yeah, basically. That's what it really was. And it made me start going hard on what I really need to do and like get focused. You know what I'm saying? Instead of playing around, Because ain't no telling. If that probably would have never happened, probably wouldn't have been going so hard on my music, bro.
No, for sure,
you know
man.
What I'm saying?
Honestly,
I wasn't. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
Because I was working, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really like thinking about, you know what I'm saying? Like I was doing the music, but I wasn't even thinking about it. My auntie was like, it's good that you don't have a job. This music is the only thing you need to focus on.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like, in a sense, that happening to you kind of, it opens up your mind and it really does wake you up to the fact that life is hella short. Like your life literally could have ended like right then and there.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I have there's a similar story that this guy, his name's Bale.
Mm-hmm.
He's from LA too, and he got shot 28 times.
Damn,
bro, a couple to the head, and you can see. And I was like, a couple to the head, that's crazy, bro. And kind of like a similar story to what you're having was that like after that he decided to go hella hard for what he really wanted to pursue in life because. I mean, I think we look at life like, let's say like a midlife crisis is like 50, right? But who's to say someone's midlife isn't like at 25? Right? You know what I mean?
You're right. Like I feel like some niggas it make you, some niggas some shit like that happen and make them turn that savage up. You know what I'm saying? And some niggas it make them smarter, bro. Like you gonna pick one or the other, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you can't do both. You know what I'm saying? You can't do both. So it's, you know what I'm saying, pick one or the other and take your lane.
Yeah.
I told to go smarter and pick my lane.
But shit, like even with the idea of going smarter too, like you must have like a guard. Like, do you find yourself being a little bit more paranoid now, like going into certain situations?
I would like when it first happened, I really was, bro. Like,
yo, I need 20 of y'all to roll with me right now.
No, on some real, bro. Like when this first happened, like, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. Like. Any car pass by, any nigga walking past the car, anything like. I used to be in a car with all my niggas, and I used to be like, who is that? You know that nigga? You know him? Like, nigga, I used to be paranoid. Like, still to this day, like sometimes I think about it and be paranoid. You know what I'm saying? But not as much no more. But I still be paranoid though, bro. Yeah, cause I got hit so many times. That's probably why.
Yeah.
Now if I probably would have got shot with my fucking pinky or something, then I probably been like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But. Yeah, I got hit too many damn times and not be paranoid.
That's crazy, bro.
For sure.
It's crazy because man, I have conversations with DJ Head a lot. If you,
I know DJ Head. Yeah.
Okay, so like, dope. And he would tell me all the time, like, first of all, if someone like me personally, if I was rolling through like areas like that, like
nobody would say nothing.
Yeah, no one would say nothing, right? So I have like less of a target on my head, but like for someone like yourself, like a young black male, it's like. For you to be in those areas, you already have a target, like, by the police. Now you kind of have, like, a target that you're trying to avoid from, like, other people. Yeah. And that's just crazy.
Like, yeah, it is. That's, I mean, the way, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't speak for everybody, but the way, like, black people live, like, we used to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that you get really used to. You know what I'm saying? But you still get your guard up, you know what I'm saying, and watch your back. But, at the end of the day, you still used to that. You be like, well, fuck it. If something happen, like, you know?
Yeah. And, I think to this point, too, like, the fact that you're used to it, you still have, like, a daughter to, also look out for at the same time. That's
Yeah.
You have a whole lot of responsibility,
For
bro.
sure.
I don't know if you know that.
These are my kids.
Oh, you got more than one?
Nah,
Oh, I was about to say,
for sure.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
One thing I want to ask you though, like if we
Yeah.
go back to the tattoos, like what's the balloon? Is that a balloon?
It's the balloon. It's my logo. It's the symbol. It's the ShowGreat3
That's
squad.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, so then why go with a balloon?
So I went with the balloon because you know what I'm saying, like, so what? All right, so I gotta tell you how this happened too.
Shit.
All right, so look, so I was putting out a song.
I gotta take more coffee, bro. What
Yeah,
you
nah,
mean?
for sure. So look, so I was me and this artist named Fly D Uno was putting out a song, and for some reason I was telling myself like the graphic designer was like, what do you want on the cover? And what the song was about, I was telling him like I just want to fly away, like it's only one way up. You know what I'm saying? Like the only thing I kept thinking in my head was this balloon. So. So I told my little cousin, bro, he must have been like 4 at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I told him I was like, take a picture of me. I gave him my phone in my backyard and I'm like, take a picture of me. And I was like acting like I was holding the balloon. Like literally,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
But I was standing like on a little chair and I was acting like I was holding the balloon. And I sent it to the graphic designer. I'm like, put a balloon in my hand and take the chair. You know what I'm saying? And make it seem like I'm floating. You know what I'm saying? But I was putting the middle finger up, too, at the same time with the other hand. Like, it's like, if you're not with me, it's fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck everybody. If you're not with me, then, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm still going no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So, basically, the balloon represents, like, it's only one way up. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody that's rocking with me, nigga, we gonna all go on this one balloon. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and at the same time, like, for people who ain't rocking with you, it's like, well, I'm going up. You
right. You can stay there. Like, I give no fuck. Like, what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, I ended up running with it. You know what I'm saying? Then with the whole ShowGreat thing, like, it was dope, bro.
Even the idea of, like, ShowGreat, where did that come from?
That came from just me and my daughter. Like, before she, like, I think it was either right when she was born or, like, right before she was born. I was in my room, and I was in a book, and I was telling myself, like, I need to come up with a name. I need a tag. I need a slogan. Because when you hear, like, 2 Chainz or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted one, like, that bad. But I know you can't force something like that.
Yeah, I think you had one. You said something about, like, this a classic or something?
Oh, yeah, but that came later on down.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So, but at that time, you know what I'm saying? My daughter was born, so it was like, you know what I'm saying? Her name is Sanaya, and then my name is Steven. You know, she got 6 letters, and I got 6 letters and start with an S. Then my last name is Goff. Her last name Goff. You know
did
what I'm
you
saying?
name her?
Yeah, I did. Absolutely.
I like you, man.
Yeah.
I like you.
Yeah, so I just put it together. I was putting the SG, you know what I'm saying? I just ended up coming with, at first it was Show Greatness, and then I ended up, we was at the studio.
I don't know how I don't see this.
About to do this song called Or Nah, this remix. And then I ended up like saying like ShowGreat, like on accident though, low key, like and then he was like, ooh, we gotta run with that. And I was like, all right, yeah, it's on. Then that's how that happened. I really started doing that. I just really on every track, I was gonna push it.
Yeah,
pushing everybody's face.
As you should, man. And you know what's cool is just the fact that I think everything that you're doing right now, it all has a lot of meaning to it. Mm-hmm. You know, like the fact that you named your daughter 6 letters with your name, and your literal initials are SG. Like I don't know how I didn't see ShowGreat and think Steven G. SG. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
a lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? I was waiting, to come up here and tell my story to somebody.
That's what's up.
Yeah, for sure. I've been waiting for that.
I will say though, it's a very interesting story, dog. Because I will talk to like a lot of artists who just kind of just put shit together and then the shit just kind of works that way. But you actually sit down and you map everything out, like with the balloon and everything, bro. Yeah. Like
we took it serious though.
Yeah, man.
You know we like real serious about this. Like real serious.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
Gotta shake your hand, bro. Gotta shake your hand. Let's talk about the project, which I think at this time in which we're talking about it, it's not even out right now.
Right. It's
so
on 31st.
ShowGreat3, man. So like Supervillain.
Yeah.
Shit slaps.
For sure.
Why is it that you feel like a supervillain?
I don't even know why I called it supervillain. I just know because I was mad doing it. You know what I'm saying? I was mad, and I was like, they were like, what are you gonna call it? And I was like, supervillain. It just came out the top like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the first track I ever like got like really like that mad at. Like you can hear it in me. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I think the idea of like a supervillain, right? When you think of Batman, for example,
Right.
and you look at the supervillains, the Joker. But then if you ever put yourself in like the Joker's position, he might just thinking that what he's doing is actually good.
Right, exactly.
Shout out to the Joker movie. That's not even, you know what I mean? The Joker movie ain't even out yet, but it's like, you know, we get the idea of it.
For sure.
But you know what I mean? And I feel like it's kind of like that idea when you have somebody with like opposing views of you, like they're essentially just trying to do some good in, you know, in their life and what they think is good, and so are you. It just so happens to be the complete opposite.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, like the supervillain was like, the supervillain was just something like I just had to like get off. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really rap like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Cause to me I feel like it's the opposite. Like I feel like everybody thinks when you doing R&B, you getting your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's supposed to be. So when you do R&B, you supposed to be in your feelings. You're supposed to be talking about women. You're supposed to be talking about relationships. However you do it. You know what I'm saying? When you rapping, it's supposed to just
be hella hard.
Be, you know, some hard shit, some flow shit. You know what I'm saying? For me, when I rap, that's when I get in my feelings. That's why I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, when niggas be, oh yeah, he don't rap and this and that. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Keep talking that shit you want to.
It's like I can rap like that if I really want to. However,
but I don't. You know what I'm saying? Gotta keep my composure because then I start fucking everybody up.
Yeah. You know? But you know that's cool though, because I find that a lot of artists don't like to be transparent and like in their feelings when it comes to like rapping hella hard.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I'll listen to people rap and they're really just not saying shit.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna rap or if I'm gonna do something, it's gonna be about a straight topic. Nigga, we're gonna go straight forward. We're gonna hit this point right here. Yeah. Everybody gonna know what's up.
God, there was like one song on the project that I'm trying to figure out which one it was. Shout out to David, man, for sending me that shit.
Yeah. David, he's dope. He's been working.
Even the album cover's pretty hard.
Oh,
man.
yeah. That's my favorite. I can't wait to put that up.
I think it was Blue Hundreds that I was really fucking feeling.
Blue Hundreds.
Because that shit just came out the gates, like, just straight slapping. I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
I could play that. I was like, yeah, I could play this.
Blue Hundreds
This shit's cool, man. How'd Blue Hundreds come about?
I was in the studio. Was we at 1500? I think we was at 1500 nothing. Yeah, we was at the studio. My producer, 1500 boy. You know what I'm saying? He. That's where I get all my beats from, bro. Like
1500 boy.
Yeah, his name 1500
boy.
Dude, I actually knew him when we was kids. We used to go skating at World on Wheels. You know what I'm saying? So I knew him like back then, but I don't think he was doing it back then. You know what I'm saying? So as he grew up, he started getting into music too. You know what I'm saying? But he's really dope. You know what I'm saying? So me and him end up, you know, connecting back.
And he's the only producer you've been working with?
He's not the only. I worked with maybe a couple other ones. Like, well, my engineer and producer, his name is Jake Classic. You know what I'm saying? Only 1500 boy only give me beats. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he record me too. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. But the main person is Jake Classic. You know what I'm saying? That's where I record. That's where I felt at home at and all that. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. You know, being as how like LA is such, it's one of the biggest hubs for entertainment aside from New York, right?
Sure.
And you know, people like myself, people like Ange too. She's from Rochester. I'm from the Bay Area. You get a lot of people who are out of towners who like to be in Los Angeles, and essentially like you're not only competing with people from your city, but you're also competing with like LA. You know what I mean? Like
LA's packed in with everybody. Everybody.
Yeah, bro.
For sure.
Like, do you feel like there's a harder chip on your shoulder that you have to carry?
Nah. I mean, I don't want to say it like that because then it's going to sound like I'm being cocky. But I'm not. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way I think of it is that, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's going, it's room for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I don't hate on nobody. I don't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? We stay in our own lane. We don't discuss nobody else's music or if it's whack or if it's not, then you know what I'm saying? If we see it, that shit hard, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna give you respect for whatever you doing, whatever makes you feel right, it feel right. You know what I'm saying? But I just know that niggas can't fuck with my squad though. That's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Is that why you don't got any features?
No, that's what. Not or even
barely
that.
Any features.
It's just because I feel like LA right now is at a point where everybody's like, all the young niggas is like clicking up. Yeah. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I don't want no features. It's just that I feel like it's a meaning on why like I haven't clicked up with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like not in a sense like on some hating shit or nothing like that. I just feel like niggas just don't want to, you know, really fuck with me like that. So you know what I'm saying? It's cool.
Why?
I don't know. I have no idea. Like when they bring up like all these like lists like in LA and be like, oh well, this is the new upcoming artist for LA and this and that. Like my name never gets mentioned. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's purposely. You know what I'm saying? Like it's purposely, but you know, this year we're gonna show them this year though.
Yeah, I mean
it's like some purpose shit, bro.
Well, I mean, what's crazy is just that, like, let's say DJ Head, for example, like he'll bring up like, oh, this guy, and I'm like, oh, tight. But it's like I don't even think it was up until like last week where I actually like found your name. Shout out to David for like being the plug and shit. But I was like, yo, like he's from LA, like, why is this guy not
with a diamond in the rough,
as
bro,
visible as like he should be?
Yeah, with a diamond in the
know what I mean? But I mean that in the best way possible because like I'm listening to your shit and I was like, wait, like everybody else you showed me was cool. However, Stephen G, that's Stephen G.
Yeah, no, for sure, bro. That's how it goes sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes some niggas is labeled.
Man. Hey, no. Shit, that's why he's a super villain. Yeah, shit, man.
Keep my calm, bro. You know what I'm saying? Keep my calm, but ShowGreat3, we're gonna put it out there this time now.
I feel you,
now
bro.
It's time to come out.
So then, ShowGreat3, that means you had I saw 2 was on Spotify. That means you also had a 1 as well. What's like the how do you see like the evolution of your artistry considering this is like the 3rd installment of ShowGreat?
I feel like it feel crazy because the first mixtape I was just doing it like to just see like what I could do, basically like to get my feet wet. You know what I'm saying? Like because nobody knew me at that time. You know what I'm saying? Of course, really nobody knew me at that time. Like we didn't have no buzz, no nothing. So you know what I'm saying? I just did it just to do it, just to like say like I completed something. And then ShowGreat2, you know what I'm saying? Then, you know what I'm saying? That we start elevating, like people know who we are. People know this and know that. And then ShowGreat3 now is like, all right, this the stamp. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody waiting on this. So, it's like a big evolution. Like, even, like, just from, like, my voice, everything just, like, elevated. It feels crazy, bro.
Shit's mixed and mastered.
Yeah, hey,
by the time it's
actually
the 3rd
mastered. Like, yeah, bro, because the first project, I don't even think I mastered none of that. We just, record that shit, run that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's how I go, though, when you first starting off. You just, so excited, you just be like, run it. I don't give a fuck how that shit sound, nigga. They gonna play it.
Of course. No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
People fuck with it.
This time around ShowGreat3, bro, like, I don't even want to see a studio.
We sat in there so long.
Like, every day. For a long periods of time, like I told Classic, my engineer, like, I told him, I don't even want to see you no more, bro.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Shout out to Jay Classic, though. Like, bro, I told that nigga, I don't even want to see you no more, nigga. Every time I walk in the room, I'm like, this nigga again.
Yeah.
For real, bro.
So, ShowGreat3, it's coming out May 31st.
Exactly.
So then do you have any, like, I know you're performing with Asia in a couple weeks, or, real...
Yeah, we've been, actually, me and her been doing, like, the school tours together and everything.
Oh,
so,
tight.
Yeah, so, and then we just did the...
I think I saw that. I saw, like, yellow tape.
Yeah,
running.
yeah.
Oh, that was, okay.
So we did the prom, like, Tuesday. Oh, what was that? Saturday. We did the prom on Saturday. Whatever. We got another one, I think, Friday.
Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
Shit, man. So then what's it like for you working with the Princess of Compton?
She's dope, bro. She got some dope songs, man. Like, she dope. She just put her project out, too, and everything. So, I think it's Princess Diaries or something like that. So, yeah, everybody go snatch that, too, for sure.
Yeah, man. Shout out to L.A., man. Like, the people homegrown from L.A., like, there's some dope-ass artists.
Yeah, no,
people
for
like
sure.
yourself, people like Asia, like... I love to see... I guess what I'm getting at is, like, I love to see unity amongst the city.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Because people come together.
Yeah, that's all it is, man. So, May 31st, the project ShowGreat3 is coming out, man. Are you planning, like, any, like, touring or, like, any music videos after the project drops?
Matter of fact, we planning something, I think, this week, the music video this week, right? For the single called Handcuffs.
Okay.
And Blue Hunters, as a matter of fact, back to back.
Shit,
so.
let me know when that one drops.
Oh, yeah,
bro.
for sure.
I need
that
one.
Nah, yeah, for sure. So, everything's going to drop on the 34th. We're going to drop the project on the 31st. I don't know when we're going to drop the video. So, I'm not sure yet, but...
Okay. At least you got the shit planned out, man.
Yeah, everything mapped out, man. Shout out to Trey. Shout out to Taz. Yee. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Art Club. We in there.
So Stephen G, where can everybody find you on the gram and all that, man? You got the most complicated Instagram handle in
I
life,
know, right?
bro.
They be trying to make me change it. I be like, nah, bro, can't change my Instagram. But yeah, everybody can follow me at StephenG.music_. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty simple. StephenG.music_.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Good.
Or you can just type in, or you know what I'm saying? People say that, but as soon as you type in Stephen G. It's gonna pop up.
It shows
so
up.
It's right there.
Yeah.
So
that's what's up, man. Well, Stephen G, thank you for hopping on the lunch table, man.
yeah, no problem, bro. Thanks
I'm Nico Blitz. This is the lunch table, food for thought. Stephen G, and we're out, everybody.
Great.